it is quite literally impossible to fail in any type of business as long as you don't give up, right? This is what one of my friends told me when I was first starting out, right? When I was first starting out in business and starting my personal brand, I was feeling kind of uneasy about the process. I wasn't feeling very confident about myself. And one of my friends took me to the side and he said, listen, man, I used to be you back in the day. I literally used to be you back in the day before I made it. And it wasn't easy for me to see what the right path is. And it did take me a while to get rich and famous. But he told me one thing that might help me is that what else is going to happen if you're doing what you need to do every day? And that's what I tell guys this, right? When you start a business or when you start a personal brand or when you start posting videos online or when you start making music or when you start selling products, right? When you start actually building a business and making it grow every day, what else is going to happen except for it becoming successful, right? It's literally impossible to work on something every day and for you not to grow in that aspect, right? I don't care if you're doing social media marketing or you're managing people or you're doing drop shipping. As long as you're continuing to improve and you're doing it every day, it's literally impossible to fail, right? You might make 1 or 2 sales in the beginning, you might get 1 or 2 followers in the beginning, but as long as you continue to grow and continue to grow, that graph is going up. As long as you're continuing to upload videos and doing a better job on your marketing, that graph is going up. You're going to be making more money consistently on a long enough time frame. And it's all relative, right? When you start any type of business or brand, it's always hardest in the beginning. And then it just gets easier with time because, it just becomes easier to scale. Now, despite that, one thing you need to keep in mind is that it is really hard in the beginning in any type of business. The beginning is when most people quit. And I'm talking about within the 3 months, within 6 months, within a year of starting a business, a lot of people quit. Not because it gets too hard, but because when people don't see the fruits of their labor and they're putting in all their effort in one day and then they wake up and do the next thing tomorrow and they put in all their effort and they try their best and they still don't see results and then they do the next thing tomorrow. It gets really hard to keep going when you see no results, little results, no results. When you see that on a weekly basis and you see that for 3 months at a time, to 6 months at a time, or even a year at a time, you're going to get highly discouraged about yourself. And you're going to be like, is this actually the right path for me? I'm not sure, right? So it's something to keep in mind, when you're trying to grow anything. In the beginning of trying to grow anything, it is actually the hardest in the beginning. And that's when most people quit.